it's like, it's not, I mean, yeah, like product market fit's really hard. It's tough to describe quantitatively, like with most B2B. Um, the best way I describe it if you're selling an enterprise, and I've seen this happen, is you go from a discovery or an early conversation, and the next conversation, there's more people in the room. It's like a line outside a restaurant or like a concert, right? Like in a small little alley, or like a little, like anyone who's traveled anywhere, anyone who's seen a show, you're like, oh, this must be interesting. I think it's the same way. You've seen people like lean over when we've demo, like, show me more, tell me more. It's subtle things like that, or they want to socialize you across to a bunch of other people within the company. Obviously, if it's in a product that you have launched, it's like people using it more, coming back and using it more, adding more users or whatever kind of like key metrics there are. But it's like where obviously the market is using more of your products. And like I think Fred Wilson says something like it means to getting to the point where the market accepts your product and wants to use more of it or wants more of it or something. And that's kind of like you'll see that early on. You won't see that with your first 3 or 4 or 5 customers. You'll see it like 10 to 30 with if you're selling an enterprise, or like probably like 30 to 100 if you're selling SMB. You'll just see like the same profile come back and use it for the same reasons, but that dovetails into the, some of the things we've said before, and some of the things I've said before. It's like that early ideal customer profile, understanding the few attributes that kind of like codify or like crystallize why those people are using your thing. Um, yeah, and it's like it's okay if like it's okay if like uh, they aren't they aren't fully no one's fully adopting it, but it's really like that time to value within the product is really quick too, right? So like um you're building something in which there's like an end goal for that user, and you're getting there really, really, really quick, and you're getting there much quicker over time, right? Like if you log into Salesforce or HubSpot as a CRM and there's nothing there, right? In the early days, like it's hard for people to know how to navigate that. As they got better and better and better, they realized they have to put sample companies in there and sample customer profiles in there, right? So like same thing with like if you just opened up Uber and it was like a blank map, like where do you want to go? Like it would be confusing. They pull in things there, they kind of educate you through there. They have Google integration. So it's kind of one of those things where like it's way more of an art than a science. And I think it's just like small experiments as you go through. I think Andreessen or Reid Hoffman or all those folks will also say that too. It's just like it's that. And again, it's not like the best answer in the world, but that's why it's hard. Like you have to like look at the verbal cues, the visual cues. You have to like be in the trenches with your early customers, talking to them, understanding that time to value. And then ultimately it's really like an across the table thing, or like in across the Zoom thing, where you'll see that naturally. And that's why like being a founder is really difficult, and like why you have to spend a lot of time with those early customers and make sure those customers kind of uniformly fit. Probably not the best answer in the world either, but it's the truth.